Ho, ho, holy crap, have we got a movie to talk about today. Wow. We're actually going to talk about two things, neither of which are good. Let's get into it. How was everybody's last couple of days? Good? Got all your presents? Got them wrapped? Sent Santa your requests? Everyone? It's not the time to procrastinate. It's Christmas time. Gotta get this stuff done. And get it done early. Whew. Don't want to get missed by Santa. No siree. So, I don't know if you've noticed. I've talked about it a little bit before. But I do happen to like Christmas. And Christmas time is probably my favorite time of year. It's pretty close to with Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is a food holiday in my brain, and so it's my favorite. But presents, oh, yes, I like them. And I love the Christmas season. So, I thought, hey, I hear HBOmax has a new movie. And it's supposed to be this generation's A Christmas Story. So I thought, how delightful. I do so love A Christmas Story. I think I'll watch it. And I made the mistake of pressing play. Now, I'm not drinking Invader coffee today because I've got a lot of stuff to do today. And I needed extra energy. So C4 is the way to go. But Invader coffee is delicious. Link in the description. They don't pay me. I just love it. And I love C4 too. Yeah. So anyway. Where were we? Oh yes. The new Christmas movie on HBOmax is called 8-Bit Christmas. Now, for normies out there, you may not know what 8-bit is. For old people like me, you probably know what 8-bit is. But it's in reference to the original Nintendo game system, which was an 8-bit system. So, that's where we shall start. Now, I like Nintendo. Mainly Super Mario Brothers. I find it interesting and kind of fun, right? Who doesn't? So, the good news is 8-Bit Christmas is a Christmas movie. The bad news is it's a complete and total ripoff of all good Christmas movies. Don't worry, mathematically, I broke it down so you'd know what I mean. 8-Bit Christmas is 85% A Christmas Story, 5% Stand By Me, and 10% Goonies. Now, I realize not all of those movies are Christmas movies, but this movie a majority of it takes place in the 80s, so they took popular 80s movies and just rewrote them badly. Oh, and don't forget, there's also a nice heaping sprinkle of Princess Bride on there for good measure. Now, it's based on a book written by an author who is a screenwriter. He writes television shows and movies. Look, I'm not saying he did this intentionally, but I'm saying this is obvious. He wrote a book where he took huge parts and ideas from popular movies, and he's going for that nostalgia bone. You know, kind of like a kidney punch. But he's going for nostalgia. And he fails. He fails miserably. Now, that being said, I have not read the book. I am not paying $15 to read said book because I have no interest in it. Alright? $15 is a lot. So I don't know how close the movie is in reference to the book. But if the movie is accurate, which is probably not, but he had a hand in writing this movie, the author. So that's on him. But the only character that I enjoyed in the movie was the father. And for 90% of the movie, they basically make him look like a jerk and an idiot. Now, at the end of the movie, they do make reference to what a good person he was. But he's the most realistic character. Dads get frustrated. Dads hoop and holler and yell sometimes, and it's just part of being a dad. Dads get frustrated, especially during the holidays. That character was done well by Steve Zahn. I think it's Steve Zahn. Sorry, I didn't look it up. I forgot. A busy man. But he did a great job. He's a good actor. And the dad was the only believable character. The mom looked like she didn't belong in the 80s. And at the end of the movie, her old lady makeup looked horrible. Really bad. Anywho, this movie, the basic of it is it's a group of kids trying to get a Nintendo Entertainment System in the 80s. And there you go. That's it. That's what they all want for Christmas. And it's just, look, it's just horrible. I'm watching this movie, and halfway through it, I want to turn it off, and I just can't because I've started it. I don't want the time to be a waste. And in the end, it was a waste. HBO. Man, do you not see what you're doing wrong here? I mean, you have enough garbage on your side already. A lot of your stuff is just bleh. So to make a Christmas movie and to promote it by calling it a Christmas story for this generation, no. It's just a retelling of a bunch of 80s movies to try to hit nostalgia points for older people. Kids aren't going to enjoy this. The kid characters in this movie are just, they're not cute. They're not funny. They're not fun. Who cares about them? Watching this movie, I cared not at all for these characters. I was rooting for the dad to come in and start yelling. And honestly, if these kids would have opened up presents and it would have been chunks of coal at the end of it, I would have clapped. Now, you might say, why all the aggravation over one movie? It's not. Because now we got to talk about Santa Inc. Man. Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman starring in the most horrid, disgusting, garbage TV series that HBO now put out. Doggin' Christmas. I couldn't make it through the first episode. Nobody likes this. Nobody. It's not a good show. It's not in the vein of the Christmas spirit or season. It's a pothead and a failed female comedian writing a show hating on everyone in America and the world that loves Christmas. You know, there's lots of people that don't like Christmas, I'm sure. But the majority of people, Christmas it's a time when everyone can celebrate and everyone can take part. And it's a joyous time for gathering with friends and family. It's a positive time. And in Santa Inc., they just try to tear it down under the guise of female empowerment. And all the guys are horrible, including Santa. And the only decent person is a little female elf. Congratulations. Seth Rogen, you're an idiot. And a horrible, horrible writer. This honestly made Sausage Party look good, and that was one of the worst movies ever made. It was intentionally made to be super crass, just to be cringy and to offend. There was nothing entertaining about it. If it'd been people in the movie instead of cartoon characters, it would have been pornography. And it would have been a huge failure, even more than it was. Nobody finds your humor funny. The only thing you excel at, Seth Rogen, is selling weed, evidently, and being a stoner. You are horrible. Your comedy isn't funny. And to be quite honest, you ruined the Green Hornet. So that being said, I forgive you. But these two items in 8-Bit Christmas and Santa Inc. are a huge fail. HBOmax, shame on you. Don't believe your own hype. Quit letting these people who can't write make your shows. There you have it. That's my discussion on a mediocre Christmas movie and the most horrid thing. Please, go watch it if you want to. I mean, 8-bit Christmas. I mean, you can watch it. You won't really enjoy it, I don't think. But Santa Inc. will just make you angry and sad. It's so frustrating. Alright, guys. I will see you later this week. From Squeaky Chair, Michael the Microphone, and me, the Nerdy Ronin. Have a good day.